Hello everyone! Today we're off to one of Chinatown's top-rated sushi restaurants, Sushi Neko. Welcome to Let's Eat Vegas, a guide to Las Vegas restaurants, buffets, and other eating establishments, showing you the good, the bad, and the delicious. According to Yelp, Sushi Neko and two other sushi places play musical chairs for the #1 rating. Currently, Sushi Neko is rated second with 4.4 stars out of 5. If you ask around, most people will say it's their favorite sushi place. But is it the best? The sushi and nigiri we had today was positively beautiful, as you'll see. A stunning display of art. But as they say, you can't judge a book by its cover. So let's see how they rate. Sushi Neko is part of the Dragon's Dream Factory Entertainment Group, who also owns Sakana Sushi, the currently #1 Yelp-rated sushi restaurant. Sushi Neko is located about 10 minutes off the strip on Spring Mountain Road, right in the heart of Chinatown. The story of sushi is a magical one, a marriage of just a few simple ingredients that came together and created a perfect balance of flavors. Sushi was invented hundreds of years ago, but it was very different from the sushi we know today. The fish was fermented in rice for weeks, and then the rice was discarded and the fish was eaten pickled. Moving forward over the next few hundreds of years, the fish was less and less fermented until there was no fermentation at all, replaced by vinegar as a means of killing any harmful parasites. And so the fundamentals of modern sushi were born. As with all of our videos, we usually go a few times to make sure that the food is consistent. Also, when dining for sushi, we order everything Let's Eat Vegas style, which means, with few exceptions, all imitation crab is subbed out for spicy tuna and never any eel sauce. There are two all-you-can-eat options, lunch and all day. Monday through Thursday, you have a choice between the two. Friday through Sunday and holidays, it's all day only. The all day includes a number of items not available on the lunch option, such as oysters, uni, and many other items clearly indicated on the menu. On our first visit, we ordered the spider roll, and we ordered it Let's Eat Vegas style. So, spicy tuna instead of imitation crab, and no eel sauce. But it came with imitation crab, and it was drenched in eel sauce. I've had many spider rolls in my day, and trust me, this was one of the worst. That being said, I guess we got it the way it normally comes here without any of our custom alterations. It was just so sweet, it was more like a dessert than a savory roll. I could barely taste the soft-shell crab. It was hidden by all the sugar and fake imitation crab. To me, it tasted like day-old tuna salad. I really didn't like this roll at all. On our second visit, lo and behold, it came out made correctly. What a vast improvement. This roll is very good. It was one of our favorites. I love the addition of fried onions on the top. Not only was it beautiful, but utterly delicious. The #1 chef makes roll. We ordered it Let's Eat Vegas style. Inside is soft-shell crab and cucumber, and on top is super white albacore, salmon, jalapeno, and spicy garlic ponzu sauce. The sauce, spicy but not overpowering, and the soft-shell crab is perfectly delicate and crispy. Wow, this one was truly spectacular. We got the Don't Cry Amigo roll, Let's Eat Vegas style. So along with the spicy tuna, this roll had avocado, yellowtail, jalapeno, garlic ponzu, and hot sauce. And while this roll was very spicy, it didn't taste that different from many of the other rolls. Was that a bad thing? Not necessarily, they were all very good, just similar in flavor. The Hawaiian roll, again in Let's Eat Vegas style, is spicy tuna, and then more tuna and avocado on the inside, topped with the same spicy garlic ponzu sauce that gives it a very similar taste to many other rolls here. The Jackpot roll, Let's Eat Vegas style, has these unique confetti-like multicolored tempura flakes on the outside. It's very creative. This roll wins the award for appearance. It's stunning and in vivid Technicolor. Spicy tuna on the inside, and on top, a spicy mayo sauce. It was good, but again, tasted very much like many of the other rolls. Visually, however, it's a work of art. Call 911. This was by far our favorite roll. Very, very spicy, just the way we like it. And so different from the ones with the SO and ponzu sauce. The sauce on top was delicious, in what tasted like mango, although mango isn't listed on the menu, and habanero. It was sweet and creamy with shrimp on the inside and salmon outside. On this one, it was all about the sauce, a very creative flavor combination. I totally recommend it. The Bam Bam Roll. Seared tuna, salmon, and cucumber inside. On top, white tuna and SO sauce. It's pretty hard to say anything bad about this roll. It's sheer perfection. It's a little spicy flavor bomb. The salmon isn't fishy at all. I hate when salmon has a fishy taste. Here, it's fresh and clean as a whistle. The Orange Blossom Roll, Let's Eat Vegas style, has a very fresh citrus taste. I love the little pops of fish roe on the top. They give it an additional crunch. This was one of the most distinctive flavored rolls. Really stood out from the many others that tasted remarkably alike. I'm a salmon lover, and the rich salmon flavor was really predominant and lingered on your palate long after each bite. The Lil Tease Roll, Let's Eat Vegas style, has spicy tuna on the inside. On the top, Cajun tuna, garlic ponzu, and fried onions. We both love this roll. I'm a sucker for anything with fried onions. Though not a Japanese element, they give this fusion of flavor an interesting taste and very pleasing offsetting crunchy texture. The Something Went Wrong Roll, Let's Eat Vegas style, is shrimp tempura, spicy tuna, along with tuna, whitefish, salmon, and spicy garlic ponzu sauce. I must have missed what went wrong, as this roll was delicious. But again, nothing to make this roll stand out from the flavor profiles of many of the other rolls. The I Love My Ass Roll, Let's Eat Vegas style. I've noticed a number of sushi places making reference to this particular body part. I don't get the reasoning behind it. If anyone can answer this question, please comment below. I'd love to understand. So, spicy tuna, deep fried soft shell crab, topped with super white and SO sauce. I love the soft shell crab, but otherwise, a somewhat forgettable roll. The Lobster Roll, Let's Eat Vegas style. I've heard this is many people's favorite, but I just thought it was okay. There's no real lobster on it, just tiny little langostina. It's topped with an overpowering rich mayo sauce, so you can't taste much else going on here. I wish I could find an all-you-could-eat sushi place that served real lobster, but I guess it's too expensive, especially during these hard economic times. Okay, time for some nigiri. I love this Cajun tuna. Oh my god, it's so special. Crispy fried onions and tuna. Spectacular here. What a brilliant combination. Tuna is probably my favorite fish, and the number one thing people order at sushi. I can see why. But when you mix it with fried onions, it only makes things better. Very spicy, and served with fried crushed garlic, as well as fried onion rings on top and a light vinegar-based soy underneath. We love this nigiri. The crispy onions are something I wish every sushi house had. I ask for them everywhere I go, and this is one of the few places that's willing to provide them. Yuzu Yellowtail is topped with jalapenos, a great spice level to it. Nice, fresh, sweet yellowtail fish as well. Again, pure, untainted flavors. Just a blend of salty, spicy, and wonderful fresh seafood. You're going to love this. Seared lemon with ponzu, our favorite of the nigiri. I couldn't get enough of the fresh seared salmon with the tart lemon wedges. You don't need much more than these pure, honest flavors. Together, they're a combination in perfect harmony. I've always thought that lemon is one of the best complements for salmon. I love the smoked paprika salmon with yuzu, the pure, unadulterated flavor of the salmon, just slightly elevated by the spiciness of the paprika and other spices. Nice and vinegary, salty, and lots of umami-ness. I would definitely order this again. 300 Albacore. This was my favorite. It has jalapenos and a wickedly hot sauce. If I weren't doing this video where I have to sample the whole menu, I'd be happy just getting a full plate of these and eating nothing else. They're so good. The Ikura, or salmon eggs, so fresh. I love the pop of earthly salty goodness straight from the roe. These are one of the healthiest things you can possibly eat. So rich in vitamins and minerals, and one of the highest sources of omega fatty acids of any food. I always make sure I get at least one order when I have sushi. These oysters are wonderfully delicious, topped with ample acidic yuzu sauce, spiced chopped jalapenos, and mango. They limit you to one per order, They taste as if they've just been shucked, and they're not to be missed. This oyster is almost an infusion of Mexican and Asian flavors. Very creative and very tasty. It was a delightful twist on the usual oyster dish. Sea urchin, or uni, is always one of my favorite nigiri, and here it doesn't fail to please. I think of it as sort of a creme anglaise of the ocean, so sweet and salty, without any fishy notes. Sure, it's an acquired taste, but once you like it, you're going to crave it. It's pure umami goodness. They give you 2 per person in an order, and it's only available with a dinner or all-day option. These shishito peppers on a skewer are great. They come with a soy sauce glaze. The pepper itself is kind of a mixture between a bell pepper and a not overly spicy serrano pepper. Sometimes you'll get a really spicy one, but these were reasonably mild today. When you get a spicy one though, look out, it can be crazy hot. The shrimp tempura are great here, wonderfully crispy and so light, not at all greasy. The batter is delicate and flaky, the shrimp are stunningly fresh. The dipping sauce is slightly sweet and salty, but not overpowering. I could eat 100 of these. This shrimp bed is fantastic. Love the freshness, and the tempura batter on it was light and crispy. It's not for the faint of heart though. This one looks a little like the creature from the Black Lagoon. I remember I used to go to a place in Hollywood years ago when sushi was a new thing. They would go around and give everyone a fried shrimp head, and if you didn't eat them, it was a real slap on the face to the chef. I did, however, learn to eat them and pretend to like them so as not to offend. But now, I really do love them. They don't have as many dessert choices here as they used to before the shutdowns a few years ago. We got the fried banana, which is really a plantain, with ice cream and old-fashioned chocolate syrup. We also had the strawberry mochi. Both are solid, but nothing to write home about. They used to have this green tea panna cotta. It was to die for. Sadly, this was one of the casualties of the pandemic. So, what did we think of Sushi Neko? The service was great. They couldn't have been nicer to us. The sushi takes a long time to be made, so order a lot up front, and I suggest putting your second order in upon the first order's arrival. Otherwise, you'll have a long, dry spell during your meal. I don't think they really stick much to the 90-minute limit since the sushi is so slow to come out. It wasn't very busy either day we went, but due to the time it took for dishes to come out, we were well over the time allotted for lunch. As for the food, though covered in glitter and pixie dust, most of the food, while beautiful, tasted much the same. If I were blindfolded, each roll would be almost indistinguishable from the next. Sushi Neko lacks diversity of flavor, and they are somewhat of a one-note wonder. Fortunately, it was a very pleasing note, but nonetheless, it gets a little boring and can put your palate to sleep. They have no shortage of imagination in conjuring up interesting flavor combinations, on paper, but most of these lost their potential uniqueness once they made it to the plate. All that being said, I very much enjoyed the sushi. It was exceptionally fresh and clean, and the serving sizes were more than generous. I would certainly go back, especially now that I know which items have the most diversity of flavor. I would also favor the nigiri over the rolls. They were wonderful and had more unique flavor combinations that stood out from one another than the rolls did. I can see why Sushi Neko is so highly rated on Yelp. It's much deserved, and I think you'll have an excellent sushi experience there. And if you also aren't an imitation crab and eel sauce lover, try it Let's Eat Vegas style. They're more than willing to allow for substitutions and other alterations to the menu items. Don't forget to tell them Let's Eat Vegas sent you. I know we're all guilty of watching videos on YouTube and not subscribing. As a reminder, it's free to subscribe, and it really helps us bring you more videos. So please like, subscribe, share, comment, and hit the notifications bell. It means a lot to us. Until we eat again, bon appetit.